I have found myself over the years seeking for opportunities to experience Type 2 fun. Not in the sense of trying to fabricate Type 2 fun, but planning trips that I know will push my limits, push my skill level, and push me mentally. In 2018, I joined my good friend Will to help him complete a route in Capitol Reef National Park that he had poured hours and hours of planning into that would truly push us from a navigation and mental standpoint. That route, known as the Beehive Traverse, has stood as one of the most enjoyable backcountry experiences that I've ever had. And now, 6 years later, Will and I are back to repeat the trip, with my friend David joining us as well. But things with this trip took an unplanned turn, causing us to make some hard decisions. Well, we're 5 miles into the first day of the Beehive Traverse, and it's hard to believe that it took 6 years for Will and I. We've also got my good friend David that has joined us for this trip. It's 6 years since Will and I did the Beehive Traverse, and we are back. I'm so stoked. We are doing a little bit different of a route this time because of some road closures and such. So we've just done the first 5 miles of the Frying Pan Trail in Cohab Canyon here in Capitol Reef, and getting some lunch right now. We're gonna go check out Cassidy Arch, and then the business starts, like the actual Beehive Traverse route, which you guys, I'm so stoked, so stoked. It's also really hot, like really hot, and it's posing one big concern for us as a group, and that is the availability of water. So like currently, I started with 4 liters of water. Everybody else has 3.5 to 4 liters, and we don't know when we're gonna find water and if we will find water. That's the crux right now, the unknown of water availability. Let's enjoy the arch and the rest of this amazing trip for the next 3 days. 3 days. Well, that's a pretty phenomenal arch with a huge canyon below. Just a really, really neat feature. But what's behind me here is where we're going. Got some elevation to go up, and a lot ahead of us. Going on 5 miles of 22-ish miles, I think. So, only halfway done for the day. Let's go. It is hot today, like stupid hot. We're a little behind schedule at this point, but not terrible. Water is still the big concern. It's been so dry. We just talked to a couple volunteers for the park who said water's scarce.
Look at this beautiful canyon.
We're in the business. How you doing, gentlemen?
Tired. Almost done with the hardest, almost done with the hard part of the day, I guess. Not that this is the hardest part, but yeah. Just looking forward to being done with the strenuous, steep stuff, and yeah. were looking for it, but I couldn't have been more than just the last couple of days.
Let me just say, like, it's really special. Like, I hate to be cliche or anything like that, but it's really special to be back in a area that means so much to you from just like a memory standpoint, and to like see some of these features again here on the trail. It's phenomenal. This place is stunning. It's incredible, and some good news. There's a canyon to the right of me, and there's water down in some potholes, which is, my goodness, that is a breath of fresh air, because it's like 85 degrees. It is way hot, and I know that I'm already slightly dehydrated. All of us are, and so it's just, it makes me a little nervous, if I'm being honest. It's got this little ramp of a steepish rock to go up. Not gonna lie, really feeling it right now. It is just after 4:30. We started hiking this morning at 9:45, and we still got at least an hour and a half more of walking. But trying to stay positive and fight through the type 2 fun. We're so close to being kind of at the high point for the day and the like hardest part. But I do also want to say one thing. This trip was kind of made possible by Stio, who I'm wearing their pants today. I've got base layer and down jacket from them, and just doing some good testing of some new outerwear that I've never used before. So thanks to Stio for helping make this trip possible. But also thanks to these good gentlemen. Epic. Whew. They are amazing. Good, strong hikers. Just feeling a little defeated right now. This is no joke.
I gotta switch to ultra-wide angle. Devin just dropped down to that very deep pool of icky water. That is the only water that we have found since we left Fruta in the visitor center. And Devin,
It's a little mucky. There's kind of a film on top and a dead bird in the water.
yeah. So we got brownish, yellowish
Dead bird water.
dead bird water, but we got 3 2-liter Vectos filled up for 6 liters of water. And we're gonna use that for, we'll filter it still, but then we're gonna use it for our cooking water and haul it out as emergency water tomorrow, whatever's left of it.
Okay, good news is we found water. I don't want to say bad news because it's water. But look at this. I mean, it's pretty gnarly. That's the most heinous. That's the most heinous water source I've ever got water from. And let me explain why. There's a film of like nastiness on top, like oil slick, kind of like pond scum, and there's a dead bird in the water. Like, it was really hard to get down there. we were down here. But it's water. Gonna filter it with the Sawyer and then boil it, and hopefully we find more good water tomorrow. But we grabbed 6 liters. Sorry, I'm talking so I'm just exhausted. Today was a hard day. I think we're at where we're gonna find a place to camp though and call it a night. Well, I'm like actually kind of emotional right now. I don't know, I'm just like, it's 7 o'clock, finally got my tent set up. I'm about to drink dead bird water, but I'm in a really freaking pretty place with some pretty cool people. All right, dead bird water it is. Well, good morning to you. It's about 7:20. Much earlier start today than I had on the previous trip for this route. But it was like hot last night. Slept in my underwear, nothing else. I think that's gonna be the theme. The theme of this trip is finding water and staying cool, because it's a little overcast today, but I imagine at some point it burns off pretty quick. So we have about a mile extra of walking to do than we had planned to do, just because we stopped early yesterday. So we've got that. We've got a big like ramp to go over today to drop into Red Band Canyon, and then a big like obstacle to go through, and then up another little hill, down, and then up a really big hill. So we got our work cut out for us today, but should be a better day than yesterday, like distance wise and just difficulty. The start of this route is tough, so just getting some breakfast going, doing the Alpen Fuel today. Good calories, good carbs, good fat, so feeling okay. But here we go. Up we go. We're just kind of scouting out, see where the best place is to go over. It's weird being back in a place that like you experienced for the first time 6 years ago, and then to be back and it like be familiar, but it's like been long enough that it's not familiar enough, if that makes sense. So, oh, it's a good leg burn to start the day. I mean, it has a nice reflection, but that's about like what the bird water was yesterday. You can see the pond scum, but whew, that is stinky. It doesn't stink, it's just,
Well, that's good. It's a good sign.
gotta move the scum out of the way. Yeah. So we got the big pour off right here. We got to make our way across this, which looks like way worse than it actually is, but still gotta be super smart. Kind of working our way out into that area of bushes, and then we'll come down the big gully.
You're my favorite tree.
Well, we made it down across that obstacle and down the gully. That's intense. That's a lot of work. We finally made it to where Will and I camped the first night, the first time we did the Beehive. And it's good to be back right here. But that took us, what did we leave this morning? An hour and 50 minutes.
Yeah, almost.
But we stopped for water and everything. But man, this is just stunning. It's amazing. The views of the Henrys. Okay, that's happy. That's happy. Well, we've had an unfortunate situation take place coming down from this steep section, which this is the nature of backcountry travel and off-trail travel. There's a higher risk for things. Will unfortunately lost balance with his pack on coming down a section and fell forward and hit his face. And so we've been doing some woofer care, just getting him taken care of, but that changes things a little bit for the trip. Got to make smart decisions. It's a gash that ought to probably have stitches. So we've got him steri stripped up, cleaned up, irrigated, and some good antibacterial cream and stuff on it. So we're just gonna see what happens for the next little bit and make some decisions from there. It's a bummer. Well, we're making the decision we don't want to make, but that is for packs to fall over. But we are bailing. We are exiting and taking an overland route to be able to get out of here. Will needs to get seen. Will needs to get stitches. Needs to go to urgent care. he's doing good considering, you know. But yeah, it just doesn't make sense. It's also incredibly hot. Water is scarce. Water is gross. The water is just bad. I mean, we drank dead bird water yesterday. Like, we need to be done. So that's what we're doing, unfortunately. But gotta get Will taken care of, and that's what's most important. So that's the focus. That's the priority. And hopefully it's not too hard for us to get out from here. Fortunately, we're in a spot that we feel like we can get out. And that's the plan. Okay, we found a way out. Now it's just a matter of getting down to the road. I don't know how far it is. It could be 3 miles, it could be 5 miles. But that is, whoa, that's a huge breath of fresh air to not have to do a huge climb for 2 miles and then turn around and go back down that and then have a bailout point. Obviously not the way that you want a trip to go. but that's just how it goes sometimes. And I'm really impressed with Will. He has such a good attitude about gashing his face open and letting me practice my woofer skills. I shouldn't say practice, putting it to use. It's good training to have so that you can take care of yourself and others when you're out. So, and it's windy. That wind is so nice. Yeah. Okay, so here's the other thing. This video is technically sponsored by Stio. I've only been able to use the Coburn pants on this trip. It was too hot to wear the down jacket, but you should check out Stio either way, and this view. The pants have been great. I'm happy with them. They will become a staple for sure. There's Will's war situation.
I feel like Rocky Balboa.
He's a warrior, is what he is.
Drago!
We go down there. There it is. We've made it to the highway, the road. Will is in one piece. And I'm gonna end the trip here because that's that. Will. Dude. We're at the road. Crazy. But I'm glad you're okay. Get you fixed up. David?
Brother, pleasure. This was awesome.
Not the way to have a trip go, but it is what it is. So stay fit, stay safe out there, my friends. Make smart decisions, and try to get some good medical training as well, so you can be more ready for not if, but when something happens on the trail. But super glad that Will's okay. Gonna get him all fixed up, and he'll be fine, and we'll return another time to finish the Beehive. But thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for supporting the channel. Check out Stio, who is sponsoring this video. And thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next one.